let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she gets
impossible
a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a per-
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror.
Mhm.
It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last.
binge it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. So 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
That was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Limited podcast, I think.
Oh, there we are.
My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 240.
Ugh, hold on a
Hey,
second.
Josh.
Yeah,
Did you plug in the iRate?
I did now. I gotta make sure my ears are all.
Josh sits down and
You
goes.
guys look so stupid.
Josh sits down to start recording. Oh shit! 7 seconds before
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
3-minute countdown. He waits till 10 seconds before he's like, oh, crap.
No, that was the one thing I knew I just did not do. Right as soon as I sat down, I was like, "Oh, there it is! It's the one thing I forgot. I
You
forgot
always
it."
forget the
Please
iRate.
explain the hats.
Oh,
I will.
Alex will.
I have a family member in Ohio who had made us this. The
We're wearing Yoda hats
The
for the audio.
the audio listeners.
Yeah.
She had made this, which is our little. What do you call this?
Crochet.
Crochet, yes. She made us a crochet Grogu, or the Baby Yoda thing that we keep on our podcast desk. Well, my sister had her birthday on Saturday, and we went and did a wine and canvas deal where we painted Baby Yodas.
Yeah.
And my mom
Oh,
originally,
you wanna show one of those?
Yeah, it's right there in front of you. My mom originally had contacted her and said, "Hey, can you
This one's mine.
make these for everybody so we can wear them while we're painting?" Well, they got delivered to her house, which is the house that we're living in, and not my grandmother's house where she's living. So it's just been sitting here. And so we did the painting and
This is
stuff.
my
and
painting.
she dropped it off the other day and said, "Here, you guys were supposed to get these."
So
Yeah.
colorful.
So we were supposed to get these on Saturday and said we got them yesterday.
Yeah.
So they're like handmade crocheted Baby Yoda
it's pretty
hats,
good.
which I think they're
It's
super
like a
cute.
big old, like, okay, so I'm starting to get, this is starting to become like Pikachu to me. All right. I'm starting to get over it.
Yeah.
I'm starting
I'm
to be.
not. I think
This
think Baby Yoda is adorable, and you can't tell me that you didn't tear up on the last episode of The Mandalorian.
Don't
So you
spoil
don't even.
it.
I
Don't
didn't
spoil
spoil it. I just said I teared up.
I'm
That's
ready.
all.
I'm ready for Baby Yoda to move on.
So
He is moving on.
Those hats don't look particularly warm.
Oh, they
Oh,
are.
they're warm.
Oh, they are really warm.
It's really warm.
It's keeping me warm. Yes.
Now you got
actually.
them on over your headphones. They
Yeah.
don't even look like they fit your head.
Oh, they would.
Oh yeah,
would.
they
See,
do.
I'll do it right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Well, we put them on last night.
Yeah.
We took pictures with them to send to her.
Yep.
But she had made.
Okay.
It
she
fits
made-
better without
the
headphones.
headset. Yeah, it fits better.
Actually, where's those buds? I'm gonna swap.
Oh, I don't know. Good luck trying to find them. But anyway, so that's the reason for the hats, because I just said, you know what, she does really good at crochet. He looks so funny. Josh is like doing this, like looking around the room like a dinosaur. Would you just go in front of the camera and just show everyone how you're looking around?
What am I doing?
Just go in front of the camera and show everyone. He just looks like he's like walking around the room like a T-Rex, like looking for some dinner.
It'll be fine. It'll be
they're
fine.
pretty
I'll figure it out.
awesome. We'll take
There.
a post podcast photo. With
You know,
them
we say that
together.
every episode. we never
no,
do
we
it.
need to. We'll have the hats
Did-
on, so we'll remember.
Yeah.
Did
This works.
you have an opener?
I do. I
That is
do.
the opener.
Well, that was somewhat, but that just became a somewhat one. But I have another one actually. Did you guys see the official / unofficial PTO Unlimited controller?
Are you serious?
Well,
I saw that pop up
saw
in like my
that,
feed.
but-
That is our colors, man.
Yes, but what's funny about this is that years ago I considered making one because they had that design lab,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just never did.
which that
I
doesn't.
mean, look at that.
That looks just like our controller. Yes, we
No,
just have to put.
it's-
We have to contact Mike to put our logo on it though.
Well, our logo, yes, but they have that engraving, so you could actually put it somewhere.
Well, I was
the
looking
word, but-
local.
Yes.
A local artist that we know that's done a controller for you that looks pretty badass.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
like, I'm sure he could do a badass
I
one for all
imagine,
of us.
except he's not in that business anymore.
No, but I'm sure if we ask nicely, he could do that for us.
So I say all three of us buy one each.
I think it
We
would
get it
be,
engraved with the PTO logo.
I think it would be cool.
Interesting. It'd be a thought. But yeah, that's my opener. Just a red and black and white controller, man. Looks pretty
I
dope.
think it looks pretty sick. Yeah.
I think so too. So
You had a red one years ago.
Yeah, but it
didn't
was
you?
like it was all red and then just had black buttons.
yeah. Yeah.
Like it didn't look sleek. It was just like the first like red controller, and I had the first pink controller.
Yes.
Like all pink, all red.
Yeah, actually, those are downstairs. We were actually going to display
Aren't they
those.
360
Mhm.
controllers?
Yeah, 360.
Mhm. Yeah, I had the red one that was supposed to be for Resident Evil. I had the last one that existed in my store
Yeah.
at Walmart in South Dakota. I got the last one. I was pretty happy about that. And I got Alex a pink one like 6 months prior. So, and now you can't find
You
controllers.
can't find
anywhere.
Those.
No.
Yep.
You
It
can't.
is ridiculous
Might as well
how
just buy them from Microsoft.
you can't even get them. They don't even do it on their site right now. They do retailer.
Does the
send a link.
Design Lab even exist anymore?
It says
I
we'll be
thought-
back soon.
Yeah, it says like
I've been
it's-
wanting to make one for Alex for a long time. I was gonna do one last spring actually. It just never turned. I never did it. I should have. I'm really mad I didn't. How's the Xbox One controller? Is it good?
It's fine. I would.
Would you rather have an Xbox One controller or the Xbox Series controller? Which one would you?
It
Which one do
doesn't
you?
matter.
Doesn't
They-
matter?
They work both the same.
They're
Like
the
I
same.
have my Gears 5 one that I use on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Series X controller. I mean, the only difference is the share button and the D-pad.
Did you get your headset to work?
I haven't. No.
No. I wonder
I
why.
stopped trying after that initial.
Because I was supposed to come over and do that, but that was 2 weeks ago, 3
Well,
weeks ago.
y'all haven't been to my house in like 6 months.
Well, I mean,
I mean, you've been working.
you were sick
I was. Well, yeah, but for 3 days.
the whole
I meant
weekend.
like before, like in the fall, you didn't come to my house at all. I don't think.
Wrong, bro.
Or
Wrong.
like once.
But it used to
Patrick was with us.
every Friday we would watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we haven't done that in months.
That's his fault.
That's your fault.
Oh wait, no, it is
It
my
is
fault.
your fault.
Never mind, that's my fault.
Do you want to switch your stream day yet, Alex?
I'm liking Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
See? So that's why it kind of just
I
we got to do.
I switched from
But
Mondays
football's going to be over
because-
soon, so Sunday afternoons are going to be very
True.
free.
Well, yeah, but I switched from Mondays really because it was
You had to do a lot of stuff on Mondays.
Yeah,
you
like
saved
Mondays-
Mondays for all of your errands,
Yeah.
and you needed a day off.
yeah. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday worked best.
Yes, it still does.
It still was. Yeah.
But I mean, when I get my computer, that's all going to change. I think we'll probably have an extra day off in the weekend because Alex and I will be probably streaming together a lot more, so that frees up a lot more time since we both do it at the same time.
Mhm.
Right now we just swap days. That's why it's so like scheduled like it is. So it'll be a lot more free time once we get that. But I don't know when that's going to be.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's a plan.
yeah.
How come your ears look better than mine right
Because
now?
my headphones are holding it, heading
gonna have
it.
to
They're
try
holding
it.
it forward.
Okay,
It's harder to hear.
that's fine. You only have one ear.
It's still harder to hear. It doesn't change. Wow. Yeah, these are different. These aren't like the other ones. What did you just drop?
An eraser.
Oh, that's fine. The eraser is not important. So you put the headphones behind the
Yeah,
ears.
I got it. You just continue talking.
Okay. So yeah, that's what were we talking about?
We're talking about the streaming schedule.
Yeah, that's about it. So move on from there.
Well, let's talk about the NFL playoffs.
I'm actually really excited to talk about this. The NFL playoffs were this weekend. They started up the wild card weekend.
Saturday was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
You had
Well, the upset,
you had the Bills beat the Colts, which we all
that was a very close
good.
game.
It was close. It was closer
Very
than I
close.
thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. The
You
upset was the
had-
Titans and Ravens.
Well, that was Sunday.
Sorry. Yes.
Saturday midday. What was Saturday?
Oh, it was the
midday?
Rams Seahawks game.
There it was.
That was the upset.
That was.
No one thought the Rams were gonna beat 'em.
Because
I didn't see the game.
the starting quarterback was Wolford, which nobody's ever heard of, and he went out in like the first quarter, and Jared Goff came in. Now Jared Goff has been the Rams starter for
He has
a while,
a thumb injury,
but he
right?
had surgery on his thumb like 2 weeks ago. Like,
So he's still in rehab.
well, he's still healing. I would
Yeah,
argue
that's
that.
the same thing.
But it didn't matter because the Rams defense just ate Russell Wilson alive.
That's amazing
and
that they did.
Wolford got knocked out, probably a concussion.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There was no other quarterback for the Rams.
No.
None.
like they're
Same with the. There was another.
There was like five out.
There was another team. Who was it?
the Washington football team.
Oh, I thought it was a different one. I'm sorry.
But anyway, so that kind of surprised me because Jared Goff really couldn't do anything, and the offenses in that game especially just were kind of duds. But the Rams won. Then the Washington football team lost to the Bucks, but
No surprise.
Taylor Heineke, who nobody's ever heard of, but has been around for a while.
Mhm.
He's just been kind of a journeyman quarterback. He came in, they played hard, but they just weren't enough for Tom.
Yeah.
Tom just took care of them. That was
31-23 was the
Saturday,
final.
Right. Then Sunday, you had the Ravens finally beating the Titans.
Dude, how many
Lamar
years?
Jackson's first playoff win.
I think they said like,
Mhm.
well, there were a lot of records on Sunday for a lot of teams.
Probably.
Like the Ravens, like Lamar lost, I think 7 starts against the Titans.
Oh,
I think that was
don't
the
know.
record.
But he won this one, and he did it. He had like 300 yards of offense.
And he
just by
did
himself.
himself. Yes.
It
His
was pretty
touchdown run was
crazy.
dope.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
nuts.
I like that. It was a nice dive.
The middle game was what was the middle game?
That was the Brown or the
Bears Saints.
Bears yawn.
The
Didn't even watch it.
Bears haven't have scored like one touchdown in 2 weeks. They stink.
They shouldn't have made it.
At the same time,
That's
Drew
sad.
Brees wasn't fantastic.
Mm-mm.
But next week it's the Bucks and the Saints again for the
Yes.
third time.
Breeze versus Brady 3.
And the first 2 meetings, the Saints won.
Mhm.
And what's interesting about that is it is hard to beat a team 3 times in the same year.
Mm.
So it's set up pretty good for Tom again. However, it is in New Orleans.
Yeah, Breeze is looking kind of tired. You can see
Well,
it.
he's old.
You can see it.
You
How
can
old is
see
he?
it, yeah.
He's 30. He's close to 40.
Tom's
If
older.
he's not 40. He
Tom's
is.
43.
but-
right?
he's 43. But
Yeah, and he also he did a record on Sunday.
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
the oldest throwing touch.
Sure.
Oldest. What is it? Oldest quarterback to throw a
touchdown
touchdown
in
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about this now. Tom Brady. The reason why he's the greatest of all time, the reason why he's 43 years old and still playing, is because he has devoted his life to doing whatever it takes all year long to be able to play football.
I wonder if he ever has an off.
There's no off season for Tom Brady.
Mhm.
He lives the lifestyle of winning.
Yeah.
And he has his own nutritionist, and he doesn't condition. He does like specific exercises that help him stay in the shape that he needs to be a quarterback in the NFL. And who's going to argue with him? He's still 43 years old playing football.
That's
Exactly.
great, and he's doing fine.
He said before he turned 30 that he wanted to play until he was 45, and everybody thought that was just nuts because Peyton Manning went downhill quick, and he was about 38.
Most of the time when they get up there, you see that happen.
Favre.
Favre.
Favre was 39. I think he was.
Favre was 39 and looked 50.
He did. He was in the league
All of
at
them
40.
look so much older.
Except Brady. Lamar Jackson's 24.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, Brady doesn't. I mean, Brett Favre was gray in his early 30s.
Goodness.
I know,
Yeah.
but you could just see like the wear.
It's
I guess,
Wisconsin.
like the wear and tear.
It was Wisconsin,
It
Alex.
was Wisconsin.
It was
It was-
Wisconsin weather.
It was, and it also is the fact that they beat the crap out of quarterbacks back
They
when Brett Favre
did,
played, and
yes.
they don't get
like
beat
you
up as
you
much.
can see that you're like, oh wow, you're only 39. You must have played football.
Can we talk about
Maybe.
the last game,
So we'll start that now.
please?
So-
Because
First of all, did y'all
Wow.
start? I watched every play of this game. Did y'all?
we missed
we missed the first
most of the
15.
first quarters. We missed like
That's
3
when all the
touchdowns
exciting
on the
things
Browns.
happened.
I
Well,
know.
Josh wanted to play one more game.
I had to with double XP.
He wanted to play
I had
one
double
more
XP
game on my stream
on Call of Duty,
and
and
I was like, I
not
want to
gonna
get
burn that,
off
'cause you
and
don't
he
get
wanted
those
to
for
stay on.
free.
Whatever.
So first play of the game, the Steelers are on offense, and the center Pouncey, he's in shotgun and snaps it over his head, and the Browns recover in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yep.
And then the
Yeah, Patrick was
Steelers-
like, "Oh my gosh, they got a touchdown in the first like 15
yeah,
seconds."
like it was 21-0 in like the first 3 minutes or something crazy.
The Browns had such a one side.
but
It was like
even
27
so,
something with a
it was-
minute and
it was-
50 something left.
okay, it wasn't, but
No, I swear
it was 28-0 at one point. Yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
this whole time where they're racking up points and the Steelers aren't, I'm like nervous because I was rooting for the Browns just because
Absolutely.
it's the Steelers. I don't really care about the Steelers.
nope.
But
I actually wanted
it's the Steelers.
I wanted the Steelers to lose.
I was never ever like comfortable thinking, okay, they can, ease up now. It's safe. They got this win.
Exactly. That's
That's-
what I was thinking.
That's why
Second half was really rough.
Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
got real close.
Yep.
And Ben Roethlisberger, who can't move.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Was it 4 interceptions?
He had 4 interceptions,
Yeah.
but he also threw for like 500 yards and like 49 completions.
He
Which was a
still
playoff
did
record.
He did a
good,
good job.
but he
Yeah.
still
He
played
did.
bad. He played like me in Madden.
I mean, the 4 interceptions is a lot of interceptions.
That is a lot.
But the significance is that the Browns won a playoff game in Pittsburgh,
yeah.
which, I mean, winning a playoff game is one thing, but winning it in Pittsburgh.
I know. That was just kind of like
However,
my mom was in
So
shock.
you want to make predictions
Well-
this weekend since we got 4 games?
they have to go to Kansas City.
Yes, they do.
So
The
that's-
Chiefs are ruthless
good.
in Kansas City,
Well,
Alex.
I mean, the Browns have some momentum.
they do.
So that's the one thing.
I
and
know.
They
I
just
told you
cleared
guys.
out.
I told you guys when football started that I said, "Ha ha, it's 2020. The Browns are going to go to the Super Bowl."
We'll see. But
I
you
said
gotta
that
go
with the
through
thing,
Mahomes
with
and-
that whole list of like
I mean,
the
if-
aliens. We said aliens. Oh shit!
if you're gonna pick between
In that meme.
Oh,
you're gonna pick between Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes, who you taking?
I don't know.
I mean, you can make
Mahomes
it-
has already had his shot. Now
You
it's
can-
Mayfield's rookie shot.
It's Mahomes' third year. You
It's
think
not
he's
a rookie,
satisfied?
Alex.
Well, I
Jesus.
mean, like not rookie, but I'm saying like a younger quarterback.
But the Browns finally won a playoff game since
What?
'69.
What'd you say about that? What?
I said a younger quarterback.
Who's a younger quarterback?
Mayfield?
No,
I thought he
Mahomes.
was older
No.
Mm-mm.
They're
or
like,
younger.
They're like This is Mahomes' third
They
year.
all no Mahomes,
This is-
Mayfield, and Jackson
Jackson.
were all drafted at the
think
same
so-
time.
I think so.
That's
This-
what I meant by like the younger set of quarterbacks.
So what? What
I-
are you saying
Give
with
them
that?
the give.
So you don't want Brady to go. You don't want.
No, they've had their.
You don't
shot.
want
Let-
Rodgers to go.
let-
We are discounting Rodgers in this whole thing too.
Well, I don't think
mean-
we're discounting him. He had the week off, so
Yeah,
he,
pretty
he
much.
is one
Either
to be
way, I would like
forced
to
be
see-
Those
reckoned with.
we
I
got
think
two
the
big
Browns-
quarterbacks who had the bye are coming in with a lot of potential.
Well, and Aaron Rodgers is
It's tough.
probably the MVP. So,
I think that the Browns are playing like
The defense better do what they just did.
exactly.
well, except that they still allowed like 38.
And
points.
there was quite a few.
I think it's
quite a
'cause they
few
let
plays where
up.
I was like, they just kind of like looked like they
Well,
let it
what
happen.
what they did was they started playing conservative and they
Mm.
let Ben have all these short
I think it was just to
passes.
waste time.
It was a time
Okay,
waster.
but-
It was.
but
They
then
allowed the short passing.
that one drive in the third quarter, which was when I was like, "Oh crap!" They went right down the
Right
field.
down the-
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
Scored a
like
touchdown.
3 plays or something. It was quick.
So, you don't know. I mean,
It's tough.
the whole situation was weird because Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach, he wasn't even in.
I was just
in
gonna
the
say that
stadium.
he
And
wasn't even
there
there.
was more people, not just him. There
was
was
like-
more of the
There's
staff.
like
There
three
was-
main people that weren't there that night,
There
last
were,
night.
like, 3 other coaches other than the head coach that weren't even in the building.
And all the injuries of players playing
Lots
for the
of,
first time on the Browns.
They're
lot
like they
of-
said that there was one point, I think it was third quarter, that I heard the announcer say they had put
A rookie in
a rookie in
who
and
never
then
practiced.
who never practiced with the Browns.
the coach hadn't even met him.
Yeah.
Yes, and they threw him in. I'm like, it made me think the whole like that line that we always quote.
Can he play?
No, not
What?
well that one. Can he play? The one from Angels in the Outfield.
You got to be a little more specific on that.
Go back to Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, hammering for Mitchell.
I said that on the stream.
I said that last night when they put him in.
Good God, dude. There are so many clips I got to take from our stream. By the
So-
way, that was so fun.
So let's pick the next week's games. I mean,
Okay, so we
didn't pick this week's game.
We
just
didn't,
picked
but
We didn't.
We didn't, but there were 6 games. It's okay. We're down to 4 now. So Browns, Chiefs. Who you picking?
Browns.
Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs.
Browns.
Bills, Ravens.
I mean, I'll be happy to be wrong about that, but
Me too.
I just don't think it's going to do it. What is
I
it?
think the Bills.
Bills, Ravens.
I got to pick Bills because they're my Super Bowl pick.
Bills. You said Bills?
Bills.
Really? Over Lamar?
I'd like to see Lamar, but he's not pushing. He doesn't look like he wants it as much. I know yesterday he was playing pretty good, but he's not pushing like he wants it as much as this last year.
Yeah. Saints, Bucks. What?
Bucks.
Bucks?
I think.
I
I think
don't
Tom gets it this time.
I don't really care.
Saints, Bucks.
Got to pick one.
Who you think?
Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Packers, Rams.
Packers, because they're my
Packers.
Super Bowl pick.
Packers.
I don't want to say it.
Right.
I don't want to say it.
Aaron Donald got a little dinged up, and that's a big problem.
There's a lot going on with the Rams, the Saints, and the Browns they're all looking kind of rough. So we'll see. All right, let's move on from there, guys. What do you want to talk about, Brett? What do you got?
What's this emote thing?
So there's a little bit of news on Twitch going on right now. Not a lot of times do emotes get replaced.
Oh, you're gonna talk about that.
It's gonna be a real quick thing.
Yeah.
So
I think
there's
this is stupid.
It is a whole stupid situation. I don't want to get into it. But there is an emote called PogChamp. Now, this is an emote that is used
a lot.
frequently in most competitive gaming, especially
Like my chat.
Alex's stream. It's big
Yeah.
because play of the game is what it stands for. Play of the game champion.
Pog.
Yeah, Pog. So that's why she says that all the time. So this emote is of this streamer. I don't have his name.
I don't know
down.
his name.
It's okay. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, now it
Um,
doesn't.
He tweeted out something about the Capitol riot, and due to this, Twitch replaced his face, and it's going to be replaced every 24 hours with a new streamer.
Hmm.
Every 24 hours. That's actually nice. But
Yeah, but I don't agree
the
with why they're
situation's
doing
not. I don't know. It's
it. He has a right to his own opinion, and
political stance. Yes.
stance, and they're just like, oh, well, that's how you feel. Well, then we're just gonna take away your emote that everyone uses and change it to something else.
Yes, it's sad.
It's
but
called censorship.
it's what's
Yeah,
happening.
and I think that's stupid.
There's a lot of that happening, and that's
There
why
is a lot of it happening.
That's
it
very
is a
stupid.
lot. And I've had people come in celebrating a lot of the censorship that has been happening into my stream, and I said, dude, that's a terrible
No,
thing.
that's a terrible thing.
Censorship is probably some of the. I mean, we live in a freedom of speech area. I mean, the country should be freedom of speech, but not freedom of what was it? Freedom of consequence.
Yes.
Yeah, you can have freedom of speech, but no freedom of consequence. I mean, if you're in a rally of something and saying something the wrong thing, I mean, that's on you. So, just saying that censorship has really become a problem, and us
They
as
narrowed it down
podcasters.
to a freaking emote. An emote.
Well, yeah,
That's so stupid.
yeah.
Another reason I'm going to say it out loud that I'm thinking about leaving Twitch.
Think about leaving Twitch.
Yeah. I don't over especially this last year, people that their favoritism, their bias,
Where are you gonna go? YouTube?
I don't know. I'm looking at Facebook or YouTube.
Facebook's not good.
I don't know. I've seen some big numbers on Facebook.
You don't want to associate yourself with Facebook that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No.
Well, it was either Facebook or YouTube, but either way,
Well, you don't have much else.
Doesn't
So-
Amazon do?
That's Twitch.
that's Twitch.
No.
Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime.
That's one positive about Twitch is that if you have Prime, you have one tier subscription to anybody that you want.
What about is Mixer not a thing anymore?
No,
No.
that got sold.
That
off.
was that whole big thing during the summer with Ninja.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Shroud.
Where is Ninja now? Is he back
They're
on
both
Twitch?
on Twitch.
Yeah, that's right.
The only
Okay.
person that's on YouTube right now is Dr. Disrespect due to Twitch's mishandling of.
Yeah, that's
I don't
stupid
know
thing.
what-
We still don't know why.
we
he
don't
was
know
banned.
why. We don't know
Yeah,
why.
still
That
don't
was a
know
big
why.
deal.
I don't know. Twitch is extremely biased, and I do not like what they're doing with their censorship, and I do not like how they're handling. If I were to go, for example, something that happened the last couple weeks, if I were to go online and
You can see it on YouTube, I think, so you're fine
what?
saying those words.
Oh no, not the words. I was talking about how that one girl who has like hundreds of thousands of followers went online, and she's also like an OnlyFans person or whatever, and she didn't know that she was streaming or live, and she was like taking off her clothes and stuff. Well, her channel got banned for like
I think it was 3 days.
it was like 3 days, and her whole body was shown. Her whole naked body was shown, and if that were to happen to me, I would be 100% suspended. 100%. They would take down my channel. But because they're giving her, like she's making that channel money,
Alex,
it's a slap on the hand.
First offenses are different.
That should be a oh my god, first offense. I was accidentally streaming. Whether you were
I'm
accidentally
not going
streaming
to
or not,
defend it, but I'm just saying like that is a thing.
that is stupid.
You get your first offense for most
The
things.
people that accidentally open up a link and it's porn or something, they hide it right away like, oh crap, I didn't know.
They get banned.
Yeah, I get that. They get banned. But if you are taking off your freaking clothes in front of a computer for a long time too,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a slap on the hand for it when there's kids that can pop in on your channel,
The moderation is a little biased. I agree, and that is what's going on.
a little.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm being a little
And
sarcastic.
that's not the only thing. I mean, they've got freaking animal abusers on there as well. That
If you're talking about Alinity,
you don't want to say her name around me. I do not like Alinity.
you heard about this, Brett?
Yes.
Okay.
She's freaking beating her cat
She
online.
didn't beat her cat. She tossed it.
I thought
back.
she tossed it.
Either way,
Well, she was giving it vodka once.
yeah, and she's giving it
That's
vodka.
animal cruelty.
All of that's animal cruelty. It's all stupid. And she's like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's fine. You can keep getting your views and your money.
Let's give Alex a rant time. We need to give you a timeout. We need to
I
have
have, I told
ding,
you.
ding, ding. We need to have a sound effect.
We do. We really do. No, I don't. I told you I've had some heart to heart with this. Like I don't like it.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Okay, we can move on now. Alex is done.
Let's talk to movie club.
Let's do that. So what the movie club is every single week we pick a new movie to watch. At least one of us has not seen it is the stipulation. And this week Alex chose, well, with Brett's begging not to watch Young Frankenstein for God knows what reason.
You know what? We're watching it this Halloween.
So gear up for that's 10 months away, so you got time. This week we did Contact, starring Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Skerritt, and William Fichtner.
And a lot more people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Rob
James
Lowe.
Woods.
Rob Lowe has like
I totally didn't
10
remember
seconds
Rob
of
Lowe was
screen
in it.
time.
Yeah.
He's a news reporter. James Woods. Yeah.
James Woods.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said
Brett
that.
said that as I was talking.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. So, Brett, take it away. What'd you think of this one?
Wait,
Actually,
Wait. You have to read the
I have to read the
synopsis
thing,
and
I'm
when it was
sorry.
released.
in 1997. So first of all, 97 for
Yeah.
a movie like this with the graphics it has.
So I will have to pause you real quick because in the movie, I remember Matthew McConaughey saying something about we get so lost surfing the interwebs or something, and I was like, wait a second,
Yes.
what year was this made? I'm like, was this before or after the internet came out?
So Dr. Ellie Arroway, after years of searching, finds conclusive radio proof of extraterrestrial intelligence sending plans for a mysterious machine. It's PG. That's PG. It's a little rough for PG, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think it should be a PG-13.
I
What's
mean-
that look, Alex?
I think it should be PG.
It.
You think it should be PG?
I think there's nothing wrong with this movie as
there
far as
was
like
barely even any profanity.
there's like no profanity, there's no violence.
pretty
It's all
dark.
just sci-fi.
It's extremely tense.
Yeah, but it's sci-fi. That's
Okay.
all it is aliens. That's all it is about contact. They
But
say
first of
they
all,
say it only
kids
like 3
aren't
times in
kids
there.
aren't gonna understand most of this movie. There's a lot
I
of
agree.
dialogue.
Well,
It's
here's the thing. I
dialogue
didn't.
heavy.
I don't think I understood it quite a bit or as deeply as I do now.
Right.
Because I think the last time I watched this, I was before Josh and I started dating.
Yeah.
So
Take it away, Brett.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was way too long.
2.5 hours.
it's a lot
Um,
it's a lot of talking, like commentary.
Full disclosure, I had to watch a YouTube video explaining it to me. I did not understand what was going on. I mean, I understood, but I'm like, when she gets there, I'm like, what is happening?
There's a
It's-
good
didn't get
10-minute
it.
scene where they just basically talk gibberish about
Yes.
sound waves, and you're like, what?
So-
Obviously, something big is happening.
I love it. I love it.
But
Brett,
it
real
was-
quick, it reminds me of Independence Day when they put the thing up to the phone, like you have to hear that they hear "doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo," and he
Yes.
bumps his head or whatever. Like that moment is what it reminds me of, because that's all you need in Independence Day. They just took that scene and made it like 20 minutes long.
Sure.
They made it extremely long.
But you can go ahead and continue what you were saying.
I guess it was fine. I liked it. I thought Jodie Foster did a really good job.
Yeah.
I didn't despise Matthew McConaughey either.
Yeah, he was actually a good side role.
It was kind of predictable with the government wanting to take over the project. It was.
Would that piss you off as much as it did Alex
sure.
over here? She
I
was
mean,
like,
James Woods was a real villain.
so was Tom Skerritt.
Yep.
He was
Yeah.
a real villain
He-
until the
he's-
end.
He's the one who made me mad.
So mad. He took all the credit every
Yes.
time.
And
Yes.
he would like interrupt her as she's like,
Like I'm
making
about
a presentation
to. Yeah.
and like really taking all the credit from her. So
Right.
I cue the Joker's little
Glad
line.
you're dead.
Glad
Dude,
you're dead.
how tense was that scene though?
Oh well, that was Jake Busey.
Yes.
So I'm like,
He okay, I knew it was Busey. I was like, that's not Gary Busey.
when I saw him in that camera shot, I was like, oh, something's gonna go down here, and then it blew up, and I was like, wow,
The effects in 97 though.
it was pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, how are they gonna do this now? Because clearly it's going to happen. And like, oh, there it is. They made it.
Yeah, the secret Japan subcontract. Isn't that
Right.
awesome? You
Yep.
see it, it's like an extra story within a story. I didn't catch that when I was younger at all, ever. I was like, oh, they just built another one. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh.
Privately owned this time.
Yeah, by
Mhm.
the Americans in Japan.
hmm
Like they came together and made something. Oh, man.
You
it was
guys
good.
said that James Woods was a bad guy
Yes. He's a
And-
skeptic.
until the end.
Well,
No, he's
still pretty bad.
Still bad because he
Okay.
left out in that
Let-
Senate
okay.
hearing that there was 18 hours of recorded static.
Okay, but I think the director is, in my opinion, trying to tell you, because do you see how he's like, continue? Like, I can't believe you found that. Like, continue. Yes, I'm aware of that. It's to protect the people. It was more of like,
Mm.
yes, we know, but we were trying to show the people on live television that she's wrong, because if what would happen if we were to actually tell people, yes, she's right.
Mm.
That's why
Well,
he was like, yes,
in doing-
very
Well,
curious.
In doing what
He
he, did,
quit.
he completely discredited her and
Yes.
ruined her.
Why would he quit
career.
though?
Why would he quit? Because he knows about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell Brett. Why would he quit his executive position to just become a naysayer?
Right. He resigned as the NSA, and It's a national security advisor.
Yeah.
So he
A
can go
secure
into
job.
so he can go into hiding with all the information he knows,
Or do it himself,
or do it himself, or pursue. Yeah, because at the end when they're doing that interview via pre-Skype mode,
Right. Whatever that
works,
was.
that works so fast for back in the day.
Yeah, very clear.
Very clear.
Very clear web chat.
Web chat. And they're talking about how there's 18 hours of static and whatnot. And he's so intense about proving that it was all static. There was only 43 seconds of nothing or whatever static. And they're trying to prove her wrong because, anyway, it just goes back to my point. I think that he is very much, there is a secret team that they could make a contact to kind of deal. Like they make it a little open.
Don't ruin it.
I'm saying that. That's what I think, because he's saying, yes, I acknowledge that there's 18 hours of static, but there was only so many seconds of actual happening time.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I remembered from back in the day that maybe it's at the very end of the movie or something. Like I know she talks about there's 18 hours of static.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that there was like some hidden footage or there was something that was brought up that has like
Could have been a DVD extra. You don't
maybe
know.
a DVD extra, but it shows like in that 18 hours there's like 5 seconds of what she sees. Like I remember like seeing that in static and then you see it like at the end. Like maybe it was a deleted scene.
Maybe it was in your dreams.
I'm not joking. If anybody listening to the podcast knows what I'm talking about, I swear it's a
I've never
deleted
heard of
scene
this.
or something maybe at the end of the movie, but it shows like the static or something.
Okay.
And then it shows like part of the wormhole that she goes through.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like they're like, "Oh, like it is real."
Hmm.
And then it goes back to static.
Yeah. What do you think of the mirror shot
What mirror?
where she runs for the
Or
pills?
she runs for the pills for her dad.
That
Oh,
camera
yeah.
trick at the end
Mhm.
of the whole thing was like, oh, wait a minute, we were seeing it through a mirror.
Right.
Pretty good camera trick.
Yeah.
The visual effects crew deliberately inserted contradicting images in the Pensacola scene at the end to create a dreamlike feeling. The beach is brightly lit with no sun in sight.
Right.
Yeah.
The waves move
Backwards.
and the
Right.
shadows slowly change from one shot to the next. They
Mhm.
always move around.
Boy,
So.
David Moore sure looked young in this.
Yeah, he probably good makeup or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Green Mile was before this movie,
And he looked younger in that.
and he looked older.
No, I
Yeah,
think he looked
yeah.
younger in that.
No, he looked older.
Yeah.
In Green Mile,
He
are you
had
kidding
full
me?
gray hair in
Yeah.
Green Mile.
I know, but I think like his
Yeah.
face, I think he looked younger.
No, I disagree.
What year was Green Mile?
95.
95, yeah.
This was 97. Right? The Green Mile
Yeah.
was 95, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought it was 99.
Maybe wait,
Actually, it
wait,
might
no,
be
no, no.
99.
Hold on.
I'm thinking it's
We just watched the
99.
darn movie. The four-ringed machine
Oh
was...
no.
What?
It's 99.
Okay, so that's why he does look
Yeah.
older.
Okay.
And what else was he in?
He's in The Rock in 97.
And he doesn't. This is 97, so I think he looks older in The Rock.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either way, the four-ring machine was originally designed for Terminator 2. It was used here instead, but it was also used in Event Horizon, which was released 35 days after Contact.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, the same machine idea.
Mm.
You never seen Event Horizon?
No.
It's fine. I would actually not put it up there as a good one. I'm probably pissing off a lot of people. Because, I mean, I watched it once and I did not like it. But then again, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. Sam Neill is okay. I really liked Fichtner in this. I was introduced to him in this way instead of Armageddon. So a lot of people remember him in Armageddon first. So I like this movie. I'm going to give it a 9.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Probably due to the length.
Yeah.
I give it an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still holds up. I mean, other than it being long and there's a lot of talking,
But it's kind of like
a lot of information.
interesting that it was chosen this time. Like he picked this one. I mean, we're talking about
Why don't you
aliens
tell
all the
them about
time. What?
the irony about this movie that we found out before we started or when we started watching it.
What was the irony? I don't remember.
The crashing, the break.
Oh yeah, the that satellite crashed in December. The satellite down in.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, one of my favorite parts about this movie is that the GoldenEye satellite.
GoldenEye
was
satellite. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same satellite. Yep. I was like,
but
wow,
it,
this
it,
is ironic.
it was damaged by a hurricane, right?
Yeah, did you see the video?
Yeah, there's a video of it.
They already
It's
decommissioned
scary.
it like 5 years
Decommissioned,
ago
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be, like, destroyed. Like,
They're rebuilding
They're
it.
gonna rebuild it.
For what purpose?
To do
To
the same
do it
stuff.
again?
I thought it was decommissioned.
Well, yeah, now they don't
They
have to
recommissioned.
deconstruct it. They just have to
Yes.
cut the cables and redo it.
Yeah.
Make it 21st century.
It's
you know.
cool that thing's been in at least 2 movies that we know of.
There's a few actually. It's more than that. But I thought that was really ironic. I was like, oh, I did not see this before. How did I not see this? It's kind of weird. So I'm gonna choose the movie Heat.
Cool. I've been wanting to watch this.
Me too.
Do I know this?
It's a classic action movie. And
Old Al.
Al Pacino, and it's got Val Kilmer. It's got Robert De
De
Niro.
Niro,
Yep. This is a dude's movie. Okay.
This is a Brett movie.
A group of professional bank robbers start to feel the
this is
heat.
like a mafia bank
No,
robbing.
No mafia.
No mafia. Let me read the story here.
I'm already guessing what it's about.
A group of professional bank robbers start to feel the heat from police when they unknowingly leave a clue at their latest heist. This is almost 3 hours long.
Are you serious?
Wow.
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Okay, and when was it made?
95.
Yeah, I don't know a darn thing about this movie.
That's
I've
okay,
let
me
me see
neither.
like the cover of it, or like
I'll
if there's
pull it
like like show me the VHS cover and see if I know if I remember, because that's how, like, if you bring it up, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that on the rack at the DVD store or the VHS store.
We're talking about this.
Yeah, nope, never seen that
No?
before. Nope.
And then we got all these thermometers around it.
Heat. Wow.
Looking up Heat, and you get the movie, and then you get
The sun.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Diabetes and extreme summer heat.
All right.
Oh my gosh. So you don't recognize that?
No, I don't
No?
recognize that at all.
Okay. Yep.
Looks like a good cast though.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see this movie for a long time.
What are the ratings on it?
On IMDb, it's got an 8.2 out of 10.
Oh, okay,
So it's
decent.
it's a classic action movie basically.
Okay.
So
So we're watching a dude movie.
yeah, for 3 hours. Jesus, I didn't know it was that long. That's like as long as The Departed, dude.
I like The Departed though.
You did, yeah. All right, let's move on from there. Oh, you want to announce what we're doing next week though, Brett? Trilogy.
Oh, John Wick.
John Wick. Yeah. I was surprised you didn't choose Jurassic Park because you just watched the first one.
Well, that's why, because I started watching on TV The Lost World a few weeks ago just because it was on. So it's always on TV.
Really?
Sci-Fi plays it a lot. AMC plays it a lot. So it's just like over exposure for me. Not that that's a bad thing. I love the movies, but
Right.
or the first two anyway.
Yeah. So,
But I did start reading the book. I've read it before, but it's been years.
have you read the sequel?
Yeah.
Lost World. Okay.
I'm going to read that one next because
Apparently,
it's been a long time. and I've
apparently they
only-
novelized the third one too.
Oh,
They
really?
did a novelization.
Oh.
Apparently they did that to some movies.
Michael Crichton didn't write the book because
No. And after the
living.
movie was made, they novelized it. Apparently they did it for some movies where I don't know what movie we just watched recently. It wasn't this one. There's a couple others prior.
For what?
That there was a novelization that actually talked more about someone going through a certain thing. I don't know.
I don't
So,
know.
yeah. Anyway, let's move on from there. Yeah.
Might as well do the fan question.
Fan question this week. So, yeah, I was gonna do the food one that we talked about, but I didn't have anything on that, like anything interesting. So, I love our meme, and Brett, you don't. So, the meme is basically it's sometimes we like to look back at the old days, and it's got an image of Grand Theft Auto 3. It says, "You want a good time, honey?" And then it's got a photo of Stone Cold Steve Austin. It says, "11-year-old me, oh hell yeah."
He does look kind of weird.
That's the point. I mean, that's a goofy ass smile.
It is.
So what'll people be nostalgic for in 20 years? Like, that's kind of an interesting loaded question.
We had some decent answers.
I
Yeah.
really don't know, to be honest.
What do you miss from 20 years ago?
I'm more. I'm like,
And then we'll go into
Yeah.
what do you think will be?
okay.
What do you miss? I mean, myself, I actually have a list of what I actually do miss, and what will actually become a thing here is console gaming itself has changed so much over the past 20 years, and in 20 more years, there's going to be no such thing as console gaming,
Right.
in my opinion. It's going to go down to streaming apps and platforms, and they'll just become accessory companies.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen if we go down this road of all this stream gaming, which is, don't get me wrong, we have to advance in order to make the steps, but eventually you're going to buy an Xbox flash drive, maybe, or not even that. Just download an app on your smart TV.
Right.
It's what's going to become of this kind of thing. So that's one thing that I can kind of like put out there right away is, console gaming itself has changed, and it will change. And it's kind of sad how a lot of it has, and I just hope that it doesn't, worsen up or anything. But what do you guys have, or do you have any ideas yourselves to contribute first before? I mean, we can also go into the fans first and then think about it.
What's super nostalgic about, if you're talking exactly 20 years ago, so 1999?
No, 2001.
Or 2001. Oh my God, Alex math. 2000. Well, I'm thinking like 20 years ago, and I was like thinking of 2020, and then for some reason minus another year.
You went way back.
Yeah, I'm going way back. Well, a couple of years. Wow. But if you're talking 2001, I would be in 7th grade.
Exactly. Yeah.
So really, like, I guess nostalgia-wise, so what gives me kind of nostalgia goosebumps is back in 7th grade, it wasn't exactly like a fun year for me, just because I had moved.
Music would be...
I got more into music, like
right then.
A lot more around that time, but I'd say like nostalgia-wise, I'd say I was still very much into going to like the Roller Dome, and I miss like, that was just like instead of being at home watching Netflix or being at home surfing the web,
socializing.
it was the weekends were used for
the web was brand new, and half the country probably still had dial-up, maybe even 75%.
Yeah, maybe
I
like
don't know.
more like 90 at that point.
Not in 2001. No, we had DSL. We had DSL in 2000.
Not us poor people.
Oh, shut up! It wasn't that expensive.
Either way.
It wasn't that. We just had priorities that were different.
Yeah, okay.
I guess.
Either way, I think the weekends back then were used more for, you didn't have cell phones yet, or at least like being as old as we were, we didn't have cell phones. It was going over to your friend's house for a sleepover, watching a funny movie that you still rented. From the video store.
Family Video's closing.
Yeah, you
How
still
sad.
rented a video from the video store.
Every location.
And you got excited to like order a pizza and bring it to your house.
The anticipation of going into the Blockbuster or wherever and getting
and seeing, like, hoping the movie that you want is still in stock.
And it's a new release.
Or going to the Roller Dome, and that was your ticket of getting away from the house to get away from your parents.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Like, that was I'm free for 3 hours away from rules and family. Like,
pretty much.
Like, that was like the thing to do. And
so
now
what do you think in 20 years people will miss from now?
Well,
it's very difficult.
Go back to 2019, kind of. Go back another year. Think about that.
I will say in 20 years I'll be a short stone's throw from a senior citizen, so I'm probably going to be nostalgic for being a young adult.
So enjoy your years.
I mean, I'm not really a young adult now.
You're in your 30s,
I'm
man.
in my mid-30s.
You're still kind of
still
there.
a young butterfly.
It's not that young.
You're not even at the midlife yet.
Yeah, you're not even.
Have you
there.
had your crisis?
We'll see. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen.
You never know.
You can't ever say any time that you're at midlife, because you could die tomorrow.
Yeah, you could die tomorrow.
Well, it's actually
true.
A lot of people, they panic before 30.
Mid-average life. I had a crisis at 20.
You said 8.
I think it was 28. I'm pretty sure it was 28. Like, it was like the week after or week before, somewhere the week surrounding my 28th birthday. I was actually had a panic attack that I was on the other side of 20.
Before you were 30?
Yes, it's normal.
Like, and I was like Googling like message boards and people that went, and like they all had like the same shit that was going on in their head going through theirs. Like, it's like, I don't know what my priorities are. I'm in my career, but I don't know if I want to stay in my career. Like, all this, like, oh my gosh, I'm approaching
Probably
30
stuff
and
about
like
family and
like I don't have any kids yet. Like, it was just kind of like this, what am I doing with my life kind of moment. And then it just kind of went away.
Brett, you must just have like a perfect life. I don't know.
No, but
you don't have the freak out that most people would have, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I have
maybe you've got it all figured out.
Concerns, but I didn't freak out about it.
It's mainly because you can't do anything about it right away. You have to build. There's no point in panicking unless
about things you can't control.
Exactly.
I mean, you have. There's
enough
stress in your life. Don't create stress.
Yeah. Don't look at me. I know you're looking
We're
at
both
me.
looking at Alex directly.
You don't want to be up in my head.
No.
Not for like 2 seconds, because Josh got to experience that like a week ago, where I had all of those papers.
Yeah, holy shit.
Oh, I had like papers like numbered
So
and
she's
stuff.
getting bills in order.
I'm getting bills in order, and I'm like, all right, this page goes here, this page goes here, and then this is here, and then we have to do this here. And Josh goes, and I did it all in like 10 seconds, and Josh goes, yeah, what'd you just do?
Wait, why'd you have papers? Who uses paper?
I am still a paper
We
person.
had
I'm
to.
like half digital, half paper. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I like to see things physically in my hand. Like I'm a very like I'm a like a the way I learn and
Mhm.
and cement things in my brain is I like if I touch it and read it like this, it gets in here.
Okay.
But if I like look at something and read
Alex.
something, it doesn't sink in.
I get it.
Okay.
There you go.
So cell
That's why.
phones. That's another one. Go back 20 years, cell phones. They were just becoming a flip phone.
There. All right. There you go. So 20 years
Think
ago.
about 20 years from
How about
now.
that? We're gonna. That's what I'm saying about nostalgia. Maybe we're gonna be nostalgic about using a cell phone.
I think it's going to be body integrated.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. These are not. I don't think these are gonna exist in 20 years. I'm saying it right now. Woohoo!
Time capsule.
Time capsule. PTO time capsule. This and this, everything that you're seeing right now, that's not gonna exist anymore. It's gonna be all implanted in our brains.
Can you imagine? Like, okay, so first of all,
I'm not actually that jokingly
I was
talking
talking-
about
I was
that either.
talking about to Patrick about this actually on Saturday. This is kind of interesting that we're bringing this up when we were playing Fall Guys. Blogs. Everyone has a podcast. You know, what's going to be the next everybody has a... Because everyone had a blog
I
when
think,
we were
yeah,
in the
it's like-
early 2000s.
Yeah, blogs were that.
My
blogs were
sister, I
first.
think, still has one. Patrick still has
Like
one.
that's
I
where
think
you
it
were
must
called
be
like, oh, I have a blog.
Yeah.
Well, blogs went to vlogs.
Vlogs, which is kind of what podcasting is also.
Yeah.
Because we're also speaking our opinions a little bit more direct than you reading it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another one that you can kind of just think about. The podcasting's going to be majorly different. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, not a lot of podcasters do what we do in a sense where we go live.
Right.
And if they do, some people do it behind a paywall.
Right.
Movie theaters.
Yes, that was another big thing was movie theaters.
I don't think movie theaters will ever go back to what they were.
They're going to become attractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a blockbuster
Like
is
IMAX.
now.
Like IMAX was for us before an IMAX theater came here. We had to go
Yeah.
down to Indy to watch an IMAX movie.
I
It's
had to go
gonna
to
become-
Chicago.
No, there's one down in
No,
Indy.
no. Back when IMAX was first a thing.
You saw that Cinema Theater in Fort Wayne closed.
Mm-hmm. Cinema Girl.
Cinema Grill, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, not the IMAX one though.
No,
that one's still there.
the first time, the only way to see an IMAX back when I was in 5th grade was to go to Chicago to see one.
That's interesting because in 6th grade, which would be when I went, we went down to Indy and watched Fantasia 2000.
Unless they built it right after, or right around the same time. Like
because
that was
your
like the
5th
big
grade
thing.
was my 6th grade, and
yeah,
that's when
so
we went.
then they probably just built it around the same time. But that was
Oh.
like the big thing was, oh my God, we're going to
Did you ever see True IMAX, like the one where you're laying back, Brett?
I don't know.
You don't know?
That was the
Dang,
one I went
must
to.
Not because it's an actual experience
Yeah,
that you'd
you
remember.
have to like lay.
You're
like,
laying at
you're
like a
laying
tilt,
like
I
this.
feel like
and it surrounds you.
we did something like that in 8th grade when we went to Chicago.
It's not a planetarium.
No,
It's like that though.
I
But it's
don't
like
think it
that
was.
with a movie.
I don't know what it was.
It's okay. We don't.
I don't enjoy IMAX like a lot of.
Why
people do.
not?
I don't know.
You don't
It's
like the
just-
big screen. You
it's
don't like the
almost-
3D.
It's almost. I especially don't like the 3D, but it's
Gimmicky
almost
for
like
you.
sensory overload for me.
So I agree with Brett
Okay,
a little bit
there
on
you
that.
go.
I like it for like when we saw Star Wars in IMAX 3D.
All of them we've
like-
seen in IMAX 3D practically.
Whichever one we saw with your dad, the good one,
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
We saw
We saw that
the
one.
good one
The good-
of this
the
You
good-
didn't
past.
watch Rogue One with your dad?
We watched it many times.
Yeah, we
Oh.
went.
We went again,
He
I
came here
guess.
to like.
We saw
We-
it with
we saw
cousin
it.
Andrew.
We saw it.
Yeah, I
3
know, but we
times.
saw it multiple
I think I
times.
saw it twice.
But we
It was
took
that good.
we
We
took
liked
his
it.
dad to go see it for the first time, and we saw it IMAX 3D. And there's certain movies that you should have that kind of experience, and that was like the perfect.
Inception was
experience.
amazing. Rogue One was amazing.
Like it felt like you were
Talking about,
very
yeah,
much
audio.
Star,
Well, Inception
Star
was in
Wars.
3D, but it was.
Star Wars wise, I feel like those movies should be watched in 3D IMAX. Like that feels like you're in the movie. Like you feel like the ships are passing right by you. Like you
So
feel like
Alex,
you're in
episode 8, they re-released it. You want to go out there and watch it in
God.
IMAX 3D?
it.
Episode 8, isn't that The Last Jedi?
Yes.
No.
That's why I said
It's the
that.
worst Star Wars movie there is.
No.
Oh
The
shit.
worst. It's worse than Phantom Menace.
Let's not. Phantom Menace is actually not bad.
I saw a meme today that had Kylo Ren in it, and I really want to say Rob posted it.
Okay.
And
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Okay. Is it the
It
one where he's
said-
talking about being attracted to her?
yes,
Okay.
yes, and how he's
Being attracted to Rey.
It's like there's two pictures. There's Kylo Ren, and he says something like, I tried to tell Rey about how I felt, but she wasn't picking up on my obvious emotions. And the second picture is him saying,
You're nothing.
you're nothing.
No one.
No one. It's so funny.
Okay.
Like emo Kylo Ren. It's like my relationship status, emo Kylo Ren.
Pretty much. So we got some people saying some stuff on YouTube here. You got your sister saying watching sports virtually and seeing empty stadiums during major sporting events.
Mhm.
That and how they do award seasons for celebrities.
Mhm.
That's already a thing because streaming. The people weren't certain if they wanted Netflix movies to be put into any of the award ceremonies because they don't feel as official for some reason. They're not
Mhm.
brought. They're not. I guess I don't think you have to be part of a studio to be part of a Best Picture because they've done indie films that aren't part of anything that are
Yeah.
Best Picture. So I don't know what it is. Maybe they just don't like advancements in technology or something. Hollywood's kind of like scared of that. But that's actually not a bad one right there. Sports itself. When we were watching the Browns game, there was a lot of people. No, not the Browns game. Not the. It was the Titans.
Yeah. it's
Titans,
outside.
Ravens. Well, so was the
Well,
Steelers.
So was Pittsburgh. Yeah.
But there was
Well,
there was hardly anyone there.
Every city had their own regulations as far as
Yeah.
Mhm.
gatherings.
Yeah, so we'll see what Kansas City's going to be like. I don't know what they have. Anyways, and then she also said back in the day, which would be 20 years ago when we were talking about the battle of who was better, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, actually going outside to play or sleepovers with friends. Well,
That was like the biggest thing that we would plead to mom and dad. Mom, can Amanda please spend the night? Can she please spend the night? Please, 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 please.
Is your room
Why?
clean?
Is your room clean? It will be. Like that was seriously the conversation. Is your room clean? 1 second. Now it is.
Sometimes the friends would clean the room.
Or no, that was me. Amanda would beg her mom. Amanda's my best friend. Amanda would beg her mom if I could spend the night. Amanda's room, by the way, was always a mess, and she would admit to it. It was always a freaking mess. And she would be like, "Mom, can we go to the roller coaster tonight?"
This is Alex's friend
and
as
then
a child.
afterwards, can Alex spend the night? If your room gets clean, which is usually that means no. Because Amanda would never clean her room. So I would go upstairs and make her room spotless.
Wait. So would Amanda just give up at that point and say, okay, it's not going to happen? Or so you're like, okay, I'll come over and clean it?
Well, she'd be asked, like, I would already be over at her house when we would ask. We'd go, you know, it'd be great.
I think it was
if
just a
we
way
could
for her to get her room clean.
Probably. I know. If she was listening right now or watching right now, she'd be chiming in, like, saying, yes, Alex cleaned my room all the time. Like, I would make her room spotless. Like, there would be clothes and makeup and everything all over the floor.
Help?
Yeah, but not as much as... If I basically would pick something up and go, where'd this go? Never mind, it's going in the closet. Like, I would clean her room.
Did you have everything in the closet? Like, did
No,
you ever do that
I
as a kid,
wasn't
Brett?
one that just pushed everything under the bed or in the
My
closet.
didn't have a door, so...
We would turn on some NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, listen to a full CD, clean her room, go downstairs and say, all right, we cleaned her room. Oh, yeah, right. She would go and go, wow, we should have Alex over more often. Not joking. That's exactly how we're going. I guess I'll take you to the roller dome and she could spend the night. Yay!
No
Yeah,
cap.
that's nostalgia for you. By the way, can we also rent a movie and have pizza? Now you're pushing it.
Alex, we gotta take you off the Mountain Dew.
The renting of the movies, that was big.
That was very big. Very big.
It was a big deal when you were old enough to have your own account, so you wouldn't have to rent on your parents' account.
Oh, yep.
I never got old enough to do that myself. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never gone in there by myself to rent a movie.
She's a couple years. So
I always had to go in with an adult.
By the time it became a thing where she wanted to rent.
I think you only had to be 16, but you had to be 17, of course, to get R-rated stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I guess when we would watch movies, Josh, when you and I would watch movies over the phone, my dad would take me, but he would always check out. Like, I would hand him the movie and he would check out under, like, his name.
Right.
So, yeah, I never had my own account.
You've never had your own anything?
No, I've never had my own account. I had my own library account.
Well, when renting was huge, I rented from... We had a Scott's grocery store, and they had
Scott's had it too.
Rental inside the grocery store. That was a big thing.
It was right next to the deli.
Do you guys remember the back section?
There wasn't a back section at Scott's.
Not Scott.
Grocery store.
What are you talking about, Alex?
The back section at like
Oh my gosh, Video Stop.
Video Stop. Yes.
Now
I'm
we're
like,
talking locally
yes,
here.
yes.
Oh, that was yeah.
not Blockbuster. Video Stop.
Video Stop, yeah.
Like the back section, the adult section
There
had a
was
door
one.
on there. Had a door and it had a little sign like a bathroom that said adults only. Slip in there for a minute, hide a DVD or hide a thing underneath your armpit. Here, put this up here with all the Disney movies and check them out.
How bad is it that the only this is God, yeah, like that's the only thing you have to think about now is like with video stores like that. It's like the back section.
The back section.
That is no.
Can you imagine like how embarrassing that is to go in there and be like, here's a porno.
That sounds like a streaming service. The back section.
Oh. I wonder, it probably is.
There's no need for it because of the internet.
Yeah, I guess.
Thebacksection.com.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
What's that,
Literally,
Rule 34,
no.
right?
Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn of it. That's a rule of the internet. So I got a comment on Facebook for our topic. Easy. Britney Spears in her prime. This is what Justin Kelly said is what he misses. And logging into AIM to chat with all my friends.
Yes.
The chatting was so anonymous back. I mean, it's still pretty anonymous now. You can get on Omegle, which is the video version of basically getting on AIM, but you can chat with random people, kind of like chat roulette. And he also responded, as for the future, who knows? Movie theater experiences, the good old days when I'd text on my phone instead of thinking the thought directly into someone else's brain is another thought. Interesting. So that's what we said, like cell phones is also maybe going to change in the movie theater experience.
I think that's going to be a big factor.
Yeah, that's what I got on Facebook.
I think another big factor 20 years from now is also going to be transportation.
Well, yes.
We always thought back in the early, like 99, 2000, we're going to have flying cars next year. Oh, yeah, that's unpredictable. Now it's kind of like maybe we might have flying cars in 20 years.
I don't want flying
know.
cars
I don't
because
know.
I like
It's
fast cars.
Well, here's the thing. It's like we're already seeing self-driving, this and that. We're probably going to be more towards the self-driving things, not flying.
Self-driving flying car.
I think it's more, in our lifetime, it's going to be more...
much.
Non...
Flying.
Non-gas?
Yes.
No gas.
Internal combustion engine.
Yeah.
And more electric.
They're already making it
hybrids.
illegal in California in like 10 years or something.
Yeah,
they're
going to have like...
to purchase one. They'll you can still have them, but not to purchase one in California.
They'll be
That's a little extreme.
Well, they already are heavily regulated because the exhaust system has to be different on a car bought in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my God, dude. And if you do something different, it's like you get taxed on it.
Yes.
Everything's taxed.
Did you hear what else they're doing? If people moving out of California, you might get taxed 10 years later still.
Well,
What the hell is happening?
It's California.
What about the 145-mile rule?
Yeah, now you can't travel if you what was it, Alex?
I
If you
don't
travel more than 145 miles from your house, you can get arrested in California right now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
They're under extreme lockdown.
like another lockdown. Like they announced.
We're gonna
I
miss
think it was, like,
socialization in
yesterday.
20 years.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Nostalgia. Remember when we used to do a podcast and sit 2 feet from each other?
Less than
Less than 2 feet
well,
from each other and talk into a microphone?
Now you guys are going down a political rabbit hole here.
No, we're
Yeah.
gonna try not to.
We're gonna try not
Let's
to,
move on from
but-
that. Well, it doesn't have to be political. We can just say it. It's just the fact that it might happen not due to some other thing.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't
Yeah.
know. It'll be interesting to go back to this podcast 20 years from now if we're even able to.
Right.
Dig it up from the grave and come back and be like, remember that 20 year?
Do you have anything on Instagram, Alex?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
We've got It Be Like That podcast.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It Be Like That podcast.
You just said that.
That's
That's Patrick.
That's Patrick.
I know that's Patrick. You don't need to tell me
They
that.
say that's Patrick's podcast. That's Patrick.
That's Patrick.
That's Patrick. People will finally treat the GameCube like they do the NES now.
Oh, like with respect.
Right?
They treat that console like trash. What?
It's
With
the,
respect.
It's
From-
the redheaded stepchild. of
It pretty much is.
Nintendo's
It is.
console world.
It really is because
Although it shouldn't be, the Wii U should be. And it's
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. The Wii U is
Yeah.
more than the GameCube, for my opinion, because I hate the Wii U.
Dan
Bullshit.
and Cody podcast. They
Yes.
say Zoom
Shout out to them. Zoom.
meetings.
So in 20 years, it's going to be.
Nostalgic.
for that. That's crazy.
Let's hope we're nostalgic for
Well,
that.
you gotta wonder. Like, I understand the being, you can call it social, but the lack of human interaction is. Are people going to crave that? Are people going to crave the human interaction?
I think
'cause
they will.
You know
It's
what?
Starting
Let's-
to
let's-
just be normal.
Did you just say let's hope Zoom is not one?
Let's hope Zoom is something we miss. That way we're interacting more with each other in 10 years, 20 years.
Because I can take it the opposite way and say, like what you're saying, like you hope Zoom is a nostalgia factor.
Yeah, I hope we miss it. As in, I hope
Because
it
we don't do it
because we
anymore.
don't do it anymore.
I know, but what if there's something that replaces Zoom that makes us even further apart from each other?
How?
Don't. You never know,
You
man.
can't. You're already doing a video conference.
I'm just saying.
You're
I'm
already
just
not in
saying.
the same space.
I'm just saying. There, 20
No,
years
what
from
it'll
now, man.
be, it'll
be VR chat.
It'll be like on Star Wars, the holograms.
Well, I was gonna say the VR chat thing. You're gonna go into an actual thing where you are yourself. You ever see Surrogates with Bruce Willis?
I think I did.
It's where you're basically an avatar. It's kind of like Ready Player One.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
like Ready
without
Player
all the
One.
action and nostalgia. It's just it's a depressing future.
Yeah.
Where his wife is okay. I'm just gonna kind of say a little bit. This movie takes place where you become a surrogate of yourself and you try to be happy in the second world and you
Yeah, I
become a
remember that.
slug and just basically in your chair living. It's gross.
Yeah.
So also like Wall-E.
Yes,
Except
but
you're not
more
necessarily
depressing
obese.
than Wall-E, and Wall-E's pretty depressing.
Wall-E's pretty depressing.
Yes. So I'm saying like
You know what?
basically it's
Maybe that's what the world is gonna come to in 20 years is Wall-E.
yeah,
There you
whatever,
go.
whatever.
That's my prediction. Okay. We've also got J360 podcast. He
Shout out to
says, "Dare I say it, but people will be nostalgic about 2020 in 20 years." LOL.
Well, let's hope that it's not so bad that we're looking back on 2020 for good times.
That's what I'm trying to
God,
say
are we
about what
thinking
he.
like Terminator
That's
style?
what I'm saying about what he just said. How
Why?
he said, "Oh, I hope we're nostalgic about Zoom." I'm hoping it's not so bad that we're going, "Wow, remember when 2020
That's
happened?"
the different way to look at
we
it. No,
thought it
Alex,
was bad.
What I mean is the fact that we would miss it.
I know what you
Yes.
mean.
Just in
and
general.
I get what you're saying. I was
Alex,
thinking
yours
the
is
same as
yours
you.
is thinking way too negative.
yes.
I know, but I'm saying the other side of it, which is let's hope that we don't miss it.
Okay, move on. We've said this 3 times now.
Is that all?
I was gonna check Facebook again real quick here.
The future looks bleak, guys. I'm saying that. That's
There's
after
not a lot of positive.
Well, yeah, we don't really. There's no reason really to be optimistic.
No, because at this point, what are we looking forward to this year? I even looked up. There's only one movie coming out this month that I
What?
think would
Is
interest
it
you.
James Bond?
This month, not this.
Well, when's James Bond coming out?
Who knows?
I already forgot about it.
Wrong Turn.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
The reboot.
Who cares?
no.
I thought you would, Mister. I watch every single Wrong Turn.
I mean, at this point, I'm not going to the theater unless it's. I would go for James Bond. I'm not going for a Wrong Turn reboot. I'll just, rent it when it comes out on demand.
I don't know if that's what they're doing. So
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
don't know.
mean. Like it's coming out. I
The
said new
nostalgia
movies.
factor. Remember when the last movie to hit theaters was released?
Tenet.
Bam.
Yeah.
Well, no.
I mean, more than that came out in
Wonder
2020,
Woman.
But
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
We should watch that before it gets removed. Actually,
When
heard
the
it's-
last movie goes to
What?
theaters,
I
the
heard
last
it's
one.
no good.
I know.
Wait, which
Well,
one? Tenet?
Wonder Woman.
84.
Oh, I've heard mixed reviews on it. I've heard yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Gotta finish Soul first. So.
Yeah.
Are we done? Underneath that?
Yeah, I think we're done with the fan topic.
Yep.
You've had this on the board for a couple weeks, and you actually posted this.
Yeah.
But
did.
it was not related to the podcast.
Not yet. No, it is now.
So go ahead.
So Indiana Tech and other schools are offering adulting classes.
Is it like those commercials I'm seeing when I'm watching football? How it's like, we can't stop you from turning into your parents, but we can help you.
Those are
Oh,
Geico
no.
I love
commercials.
those commercials. Do we really need to have 5 live, laugh, love signs around that?
Okay. Okay.
No fussing, no cussing. something.
that.
He throws it in the trash can.
I love that. I was cracking up last night watching that
And
one.
the guy sits down. Ah!
Those progressive commercials.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I can never remember what it is. I just know I get really excited when they come on to see
There's
what
only
they're
been
gonna have.
2 that we've seen, so hopefully they do
I love
more.
when the guy sits down though. That was really funny.
The first one is Live, Laugh, Love.
Yes, that was the first one.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the rest was. There was a
Yeah.
there was a couch with like 5 pillows on it. And he's like taking them off.
We're going to open a PDF file.
Brett, you have issues with that.
I have issues with that.
I have issues with PDF files.
Well, you have issues with computer stuff that
I
are
do.
pretty
I'm not,
simple in my
I'm not on it
thought.
as I mean, I'm not into it like I was
dude.
10 years ago.
It's taking a lot to get Rick to get Steam. He doesn't understand it.
I will admit I did not understand, and I had to have this clarified. And it's not because I don't understand technology; it's because I don't understand PC gaming. But I didn't
Mhm.
understand why I can buy a game on Steam and buy the same game on like
Epic Games.
Ubisoft Store.
Right.
You know, and I had to explain to me, think of Steam and all these places where you can buy the game as the retailer or the
Yeah,
retail service.
That's like a
But,
GameStop.
but then I thought, well, what if I go to Walmart.com and I buy a PC game online? Well, you get the actual box like they used to come in a box.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that big box.
Yes.
Yes.
Oversized PC boxes.
Yes, those huge boxes.
That's another nostalgia
They had
thing.
like the manual in it and
Sure.
the CD.
Yeah, they don't even bring out manuals anymore on
No, it's
physical.
all
Because we
digital.
have all those Switch games that we bought. No manuals.
I thought
in
that
any
was
of
like the
them.
coolest thing was to open up and look at the book first.
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Just like
The
a,
artwork.
just like a CD. I thought
Yeah.
that was the coolest thing.
Well-
was getting a CD, not listening to the new songs, but listening to the new songs while you're flipping through the artwork in the actual album.
I've dabbled more in
Nostalgia.
PC gaming starting last year. Rick is still strictly a console gamer.
I
so
know, he
you have
really
to
is.
Excuse him a little bit on that, I think.
Patrick and I have both had to explain. Patrick's more open to moving into PC gaming than Rick is, and Rick is like, just tell me to get it. Just tell me to get it. I'm like, okay, all you have to do is just download Steam. It's a hub. It's an app.
The Steam part is free.
Yes,
And then
you make an account.
I'm
Mhm.
pretty OCD about where my stuff lies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to have
Everything
it
in
all
one.
in one spot.
That's why you're stuck with Apple with a lot of your stuff because
Right.
you started off that way.
But with it doesn't. I don't. For some reason, I just don't care on PC. So like I have games on Steam, but I also have games on
Well,
Ubisoft.
It's not that difficult to. It's in one spot.
It's on my PC.
Yeah, it's really search. Boom, there you got
Right.
it. I mean, it's really they made it so easy now. So it's kind of like just like buying a console and just having 2 different areas to buy the game.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. So adulting. I haven't gotten to
Oh
that.
my god, yeah. I mean, look what you did. You just have to say adulting.
Adulting refers to being a responsible adult, as in paying bills on time, cooking, cleaning, just to name a few. Classes teaching adulting skills have begun popping up all over the country. The classes teach basic life skills, personal finance, domestic living,
Wow,
interviewing.
guys. Remember like 3 or 4 years ago on the podcast when we were saying, wow, we wish this would have been taught to us back in like high school? Now they're bringing out these classes
In college.
in college, and you should learn them before you go to college?
Like how to handle your bills.
Well, there's an argument here that I know you're going to bring up.
Oh,
I wasn't
who's going to bring up me?
I wasn't bringing up an argument.
Somebody will.
I was going over it.
What?
The easiest argument to make for this is that it's not teachers' responsibility to teach you about life. It's your parents.
Yeah, well, what if you don't have parents?
Well, that's the thing.
That's what this is
Some
kind of.
kids don't, and
Yes.
maybe that's why these classes need to exist.
That's why that's what I was saying on social media, and I got bogged for it,
Sure,
saying I
sure.
disagree. These should exist only in home. Not necessarily. You can't get the same training in every single house.
If you, let's just say you're an orphan and you grow up in the system, you may not even know what a credit card is by the time you hit 18.
Right. I was scared of credit cards.
I was scared of credit cards. You still should be scared of credit
I
cards.
think Home Alone made us scared of credit cards because he got chased for credit card fraud.
Yeah.
Sure.
The reason why today's youth is lacking adulting skills could be due to an overemphasis on academics from an early age compared to previous generations instead of learning the home skills.
Well, we've said it how many times on this show. Our generation was told, if you don't go to college,
You're gonna be a failure.
You're gonna be a failure.
Right.
You will not succeed. at life.
It's
or
changing.
Basically,
career.
do you remember, like, I saw a powerful meme the other day too, or I wouldn't even say it's a meme, an image, or I'm not really sure, probably not a meme, it'd be
A
like more of
reference?
a reference, that had it was a mom talking to her kid on the side of the road.
I saw
Oh,
that.
that said,
I
like,
shared that.
was it you?
Yeah, talking about how your life skills are only based off of your.
Well, it was somebody like just.
What if somebody
sweeping
enjoys
up
being a
trash?
janitor?
Yeah, it was that. It was like the mom yelling at her kid saying, like, if you don't get good
Don't
grades,
study hard.
if you don't study hard, you're gonna look like that. And it's somebody like a janitor or something picking up trash. Like, what if that person wants to be a janitor? Or, well, like that's just like degrading them, saying like that sucks. Well, yeah, it's a dirty job. I have a dirty job, but it's different from every view.
It's
Right.
just
We were
not-
brought up like that though.
It's not
Different
seen
culture.
as a, I guess you could call important job.
Yeah.
Or,
Which it is an
fulfilling.
important job. They have a
fulfilling
very
job.
important job cleaning up our trash.
Dude, I almost want to like make like for Christmas. I was like, man, maybe I should put a gift on my trash can. But I was like, would the trash collector toss it?
Well, there are certain services
I'm
that
sure-
you're supposed to
Go through.
gift. Like you're supposed to gift your mail person.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
I
You're
haven't
supposed
done-
to
I've never done that.
gift like your hairstylist.
Okay, Alex,
or
what do you
if
want?
You have a masseuse.
Like a-
What do you
No.
want, Alex? You're my hairstylist. Shave my head.
No, I have given I've given my therapist a gift.
Sure.
Like there is a national day. I did it last year because I didn't know about it. I was actually picking up like some medication from a pharmacy, and I saw like today is national, and they were giving out free like cards with this. It was like National Small Business Representation Day or something, like or it was National like Caregivers Day or something, and it was like take a card, and it was a very nice card made, and it said take a card for free to give to a caretaker or healthcare worker that says like, hey, I thank you for your services. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for this person. So I picked up a card, wrote it, and next time I had gone to therapy, I gave it to him, and he's like, what's this? Like, because I'm not allowed to like give him those kind of things like money and things. I'm
Sure.
like, besides paying for services. And so I gave him a card, and he was just like, what's this for? I'm like, today's National Healthcare blah 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 day, and you've really helped me out. And I was like, here, just read it afterwards. And then next session comes in, he was like, that was very nice of you. Like, I really needed that. I'm like, you know what, guys, pass it along. Look it up. I don't remember what day it is.
There is a
Pass it
there's a
along.
website called Check-A-Day, CheckCheckiday.com.
Uh-huh.
Checkaday.com, and it tells you what it is for National Day.
Oh, really?
Checkaday.com.
They
Yep.
should just put that on all your calendars.
Well, as far as adulting classes go, I think there could be a level in the middle, like
Hmm.
not necessarily how to do stuff, but
Why?
what's
Why it's
really
important?
and don't overlook these things or you'll screw yourself.
They need a
Pretty much.
trade skill class in high school for vehicles.
Well, I had that.
Well, I didn't have that offered to me.
I didn't have it either. I would have done it.
And
Changing
it
tires, oil
it
changes,
it
headlight
was
changes.
An elective. It wasn't mandatory.
And we
That's
didn't have
fine.
it though.
It should be elective.
Right.
I mean,
No,
who
we didn't
knows?
have it.
There are people that we know that don't even own a vehicle because they can walk to work, or they can it's cheaper to Uber or bus ride.
Yep.
And that's just the way it is. Some people just don't own the vehicles, so they don't even need to do maintenance on them. So that should be an elective for most places. But I would much rather have been. I mean, most of the things that I was taught for automobile services. I mean, I just did it myself, or Alex does it. She takes the wheel and just does it herself.
The bare minimum is know how
Finances.
I was talking about cars.
Oh, okay.
I guess say bare minimum classes. Finances.
I would say you wouldn't
Yes.
even necessarily need to know how to change a tire, but you should know how to put air in it. You should know how to check the oil.
Yes.
But I mean, cars for the last probably close to 10 years have
They're all
air
modularized.
pressure
Mhm.
monitors, but
Mm-hmm.
there are so many, like almost every insurance company does roadside assistance now.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And plus there's AAA. So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
don't know, then there's ways to get around it, but you
Mhm.
should know just because it's important.
Right.
Mhm.
They're getting rid of a lot of home economics and home and consumer
loved
science
home
classes. It's really sad.
I loved home ec.
Well, I mean, as long as they keep parenting, I mean, they got to keep parenting classes in there, because if you
I
don't have
I
that-
took parenting classes, and I
Yeah.
took health classes. I took
Oh, I have a quote
what?
actually from one of the seniors in Indiana Tech
Okay.
who said, "I basically didn't know how to do laundry. I
There,
didn't."
you would be surprised with how many people are embarrassed that they never got taught how to do laundry, and they're just expected
I'm
to
still
know.
asking you the temperatures.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I've personally worked with people when I go, all right, then you just go and take.
You know what
this.
made it really easy on me?
What?
I got laundry detergent that said cold only.
Ha!
So I was like, fine, I'll just do colds forever. I don't
No.
even care.
Or you just learn that if you wash a red shirt with a white shirt in hot water,
Yeah.
How would I
gonna
know
get
that?
a pink
How would I know
shirt.
that? How would I know that?
I wash everything but towels in cold.
I wash pretty
Really?
much everything in. I wash everything in cold, but my whites I wash in hot because it'll help really make them more white and take out the stains and
Yeah.
stuff. But anyways, so you'd be surprised like some of the places I've worked with in the past, like the people where
Mhm.
I've gone, where I'm training people, and I'll go, all right, here's the dirty surgery laundry. Take this to the laundry room and then just go start a load, and then our washer you just take one scoop, and they're like, they look at me and I'm like, well, can you come with me? I'm not sure how to use the.
I mean, that's legit. I mean,
I'm
nobody just knows how to do laundry.
Right.
I'm not gonna joke, but there is a person that we know, used to know, we don't know anymore, or not acquainted with anymore, but she did
Okay.
not know how to use a lighter.
Like a cigarette lighter?
Yes. And it was
That
a
must not be
it
who
wasn't
I think it
necessarily
is.
a requirement, but working in our laboratory, there are things that you have to heat up with a lighter. And I handed it to her, and she sat there and was like, "How do I use this thing?" And I'm like, "It wasn't a click; it was like an actual
Had the
cigarette
wheel?
lighter, a wheel." And I mean, I feel bad, but she got made fun of quite a bit for like not knowing how to use a lighter, and she was like 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
Well, she was very sheltered.
I know, know. But
So
she got made fun of not being able to use a lighter.
What I think is well, I'm also reading another quote here that says basically when they would get home from school, there was food there. They didn't know how to do dishes. They didn't know how to do their laundry.
Oh, I was made to do dishes. I was made to do
Right.
laundry. I was made to learn how to clean.
I mean, we think about these things. How difficult is it to do dishes? You just fill up the sink with
Right.
hot water and soap, and then you scrub it off with
there are certain pots and pans and glasses that you can't use certain scratching things with and scrubby dub dub stuff with.
screw it, clean it, whatever.
Well, that's kind of like minor.
yeah, that's like
Yeah.
if you get the advanced stuff.
You
You're not getting the advanced stuff in college.
You can.
No,
te-
you're getting your throwaway stuff in college.
You
That's
can teach
fine.
yourself how to do dishes and learn what works good and crap like that.
Brett, so Josh's apartment,
Don't.
the first one,
Don't.
the first
I don't know what
one,
you're gonna say.
the first one.
Yes.
I have no
you
idea.
know where we met?
Yes.
You know it came with a dishwasher, right?
He never used it.
I never used it.
Why didn't you
We
use
both
it?
never used it. We never knew how to work it
Really?
No.
Well, that's.
We didn't use our dishwasher
We never used
until
until
we didn't use
Blackhawk.
we didn't use the dishwasher in Chicago either.
Nope, we didn't.
We had one.
Yeah,
So
we didn't use it
were
there
you just
either.
Too lazy to learn, or
it was more like we were just. I don't know.
I think I used I think I used it once in
Maybe once.
in Wood Creek, and I was like, well, it didn't clean my dishes, so I'm just never gonna do it again.
Like
Well-
it was just. I don't know. I think it was more like a machine that we were scared to use because we were never taught how to use it. We were scared that we were like one of those embarrassing people. Like we're embarrassed people. Like we don't know how to use a
I
dishwasher.
guess you're right. Yeah.
And we didn't have the if I say it, my phone's gonna come up. But the okay Google. Okay, it didn't do it. And just ask Google how to do it.
Right.
Or a YouTube video on how to do it. Like it wasn't like
Oh, yeah, now I
we
just
were
look
still
up.
we were still in that
Well-
that phase of the internet where you actually had to still ask a person how to do
I
it. And you
would
felt
say,
embarrassed to.
I just called home.
I did too.
See, my parents never had a dishwasher, so I couldn't. I
Yeah.
don't think I would have called my parents and be like, "Mom, how do I use this thing?"
Yeah. I think we're getting a little to that
Let's
point
get
where it's
outta
like,
here.
yeah, I mean, we talked about this to the ground.
No, I think
Adulting
that is a very
Let's
good
get outta
thing,
here.
and we've been saying it
Agreed.
since the beginning of the podcast. I think almost every year we bring it up that we think that that's important to add into the schooling system.
Adulting.
Adulting
Absolutely.
classes.
Well, I mean, I had general business in high school, and I
honestly,
learned
if there's
basic
things
stuff.
about like if there's classes like that I'm interested in that I would still want to take, like looking at their criteria, like their classes and stuff,
Mhm.
I would probably still go up like, hey, I'm 32 years old, but I'll join. I still
just
need
to
to
see
learn
if
how
there's
to do
something.
some adulting.
Right, right.
Bring it to the table.
All right, Alex, you want to go ahead and plug your Twitch?
Yes, if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/cute_kitty. It's KUTE_KITTI. I go live on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Right now we're super into. We've got Gears we played this weekend. Which
That was a great night.
That was a fun night.
We should have just stayed with Gears.
So the for me the best line was when you pulled out the water boy, Beastie Leona.
I think we clipped it.
I lost it.
I have to get all those clips.
Yeah,
There's
there was a
so
lot of
many.
clips
I
from that
had-
night.
I had a good one that you made better because you just said it better than me. Was go back to Cincinnati.
I don't remember.
Josh said it
I said it.
really well.
Did
And then when I paused the game to ask Patrick something,
Oh yeah, playing the DLC. Jesus.
I said, "Thanks for nothing."
Thanks for nothing,
Thanks for
Patrick.
nothing.
Yep.
That's right. I forgot about that. Thanks for nothing.
I had a lot of fun on.
No,
on
that
Gears.
was fun.
Good time.
Gears
We
is
gotta keep
fun.
doing
Then
it.
did you play a second?
No, we played Call of Duty and that was a bad idea.
We played Call of Duty. It was a bad idea.
It was a bad
It was
night.
very, very bad night. Like it was a. We should have just stopped while we were ahead kind
So
of deal.
for the love of God, when are you gonna play Gears campaign?
Well, she has to have her Monday afternoon stream or
Yeah,
figure
so
out
it's
an
like-
afternoon stream. Probably.
Like, because I'm going to be switching. I'm going to be switching up my stream schedule. As much as I don't want to go back to Mondays, I think what we're gonna do is we'll probably. I don't know. I can't tell you, but we have to make up a schedule that works out for when we can both start streaming. So I can have the days that I stream with him and we're playing the same game, and the days where it's just me and I play my own thing.
Right.
So while he's working, I play this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna predict that you don't start Gears before April.
I don't think it's gonna be that long.
We'll see.
I'm the one who said it was gonna be
saying like within.
January, and you're like, no.
No, I'm
not
saying like with.
January."
I'm saying like
I'm saying
within.
February.
I'm saying like before February.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
For me, oh yeah, make sure you get your link your YouTube up.
Oh yeah, and then by the way, YouTube is youtube.com/cutekitty. You've got a brand new video up as of Friday.
It's
and
hilarious.
yeah, it's amazing. Josh is getting very, very good at
I'm
editing
getting technical.
these videos.
Yep, it's probably one. They just get better.
They just
I
get better
can't-
and better.
yeah, I'm-
I like them.
I can't stress enough. Check it out.
Yeah.
And subscribe as well. For me, Mr. L is my Twitch handle, twitch.tv/Mr. L. You can catch me Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Been doing Fall Guys. I got the 3 games sitting right there waiting to play. A lot of people think I won't do it, but I think
I really want to play Tony Hawk.
I want to play Crash Bandicoot 4. So you can play Tony Hawk. You just have to turn off the music probably
I know.
so you don't get DMCA'd. That's a shame.
Stupid.
Real shame. I want to play Crash 4, but I'm obsessed with Fall Guys. I have a lot of fun with it. It's a fun battle royale game. So, just make sure you check out my stream. And I also have a Twitter handle, which is Mr. L or at Lemke619. And Brett, you can plug
Oh,
yours.
you threw this.
Yeah,
one.
you said it wrong.
I did.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
And then as far as our podcast goes, you can catch us on social media, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. That you can go with your.
For my final note.
Yeah, sorry.
I was scrolling around on or browsing around on Netflix the other day, and I landed on a movie, and I watched it immediately
What is it?
because I have not seen a trace of this movie in 20 years. But it was the movie Striptease. Do you remember
I've
this
seen
movie?
it. Yes, I remember it.
I have no
So
idea.
I remember when.
Why would you watch that? It's actually not very good.
Well, I'll get to that. I
Okay.
remember when this movie came out because I believe it was 96.
Demi Moore.
And on the cover, she's naked, but she's covered up.
Kind of, yeah.
But it's I think I saw it on TV, so of course it was all edited
Right.
when I was
TNT.
probably a teenager.
It was on TNT, I think.
But
Or Spike.
I remember it being significant because in the mid 90s she was very attractive.
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher
And-
was all about that.
He was, although I believe she was still married to Bruce Willis.
Yeah, at the time.
Okay, yeah, I remember the cover.
Because her daughter,
Yeah.
Rumor, plays her daughter in the movie.
Hmm.
But
Oh, it got horrible
and
ratings.
It's not good.
not a good
Horrible
movie. But and it's actually a comedy.
Okay.
Drama comedy, 96.
Burt Reynolds plays a perverted old congressman
Yeah.
who's hilarious, and Ving Rhames is the bouncer at the club that she works at.
Mhm.
He's hilarious, and her ex-husband is played by Robert Patrick, who is hilarious. It's a terrible movie, but I was laughing out loud at parts of it.
I wonder why. Because I remember seeing it as I can't say a kid, maybe a teenager, and I was.
You just watched it because it had a naked woman on the front
I'm
of
sure
it.
that I'm
Yeah,
positive.
I'm certain
that's
that
why
was
I
the
watched it.
selling point.
I'm positive.
I'm
that's
certain
why.
that it's reading books by covers. There's a lot of things that make you think that Speed 2 is a fantastic movie, but look when you look at the cover, it looks
Oh,
amazing.
You know what? That reminds me. I have a good topic for next week.
Oh, you want to say it?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
So what I do now is I'll turn on the Sling on my Xbox.
Yeah.
And then I'll switch back and forth between live TV, like with an antenna, and then I'll pop over to my HDMI, which is still playing Sling. So therefore, I never have to watch commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I landed on Speed, and it got me thinking. We'll go with 5 movies, and they don't have to be in any particular order. Where if you land on them, you can just watch them.
Yeah.
Land on it at any time and just watch them.
Oh, that's easy. I've already got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I thought that would be pretty.
Josh has to
interesting.
just put that into a proper form of a question.
I'm trying to write it down.
I'm saying you weren't even paying attention.
Me?
Yeah, he was. He was typing it as you were
I'm trying to
saying it.
put it in. This is my
That's
notes.
what she said.
Did you pull out that pen when
What?
you were writing it?
No.
No.
Remember, when you don't pull out the pen, you never write it and you forget.
Well, I'm typing it in my notes.
Oh my god. Anyway, so that ratings, by the way,
What?
4.5 out of 10. Was that 11%?
11%.
On Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, like I said, it's not a good movie, but there's funny parts to it.
Oh my god, that's horrible. That's bad reviews. I remember seeing that cover going back to like Blockbuster and stuff.
Sure.
I remember going back like, ooh, that must be an adult movie.
Yeah, I remember that too. Because I remember my one of my friends in elementary school was like, "Oh, you ever see Striptease?" And it's
Rated
just like,
R.
you just don't talk about those things in elementary. It was very what's the word? What's the word? Starts with a B, I think.
I have no
I was
idea.
gonna say bougie, but it's not.
Bougie. That's a
Boudoir?
No.
Bougie.
I'm gonna think about this after the
No,
podcast. I'm
okay.
just gonna shout it out loud while we're watching TV. I'm like, there it is. That's the word. All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week for episode 241. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a good one. Bye.
Okay.